This is the Enthusiast loop. Starts at our home base in Pune, goes to Mulshi, through the Tamni Ghat, down the mountains, back up the mountains to Mahabaleshwar, down to Y and back home to Pune. 355 kilometers of great driving roads, beautiful scenery, and this road, enthusiasts in this part of the country absolutely swear by it. Not just because of the roads, but because of the way it makes you feel. And we are tackling the Enthusiast loop in an EV. An EV? Really? Can an EV deliver on the thrill of driving? This is the Mahindra BE6 and it has all the ingredients in the right place. Rear wheel drive, 282 horsepower, 380 Newton meters of torque, 0 to 100, 6.7 seconds, a true top speed of 200 kilometers per hour. Of course, we're not going to be testing out the top speed today, but we are going to be making full use of the instantaneous responses of an EV. And also the range. We started from our office in Pune having fully topped up the 79 kilowatt-hour battery pack and do not intend to plug it into another charger until we are done with our 355 kilometer loop. Now the claimed ARAI test cycle range is 682 kilometers. But what about range in the real world? Over winding roads that go up and down the mountains. With me driving. With me in the mood for some fun driving. Maharashtra is spectacular in the monsoons. The hills come alive. Everything is scrubbed clean, painted a lush green. The sun peeks out of the clouds, then the cloud cover takes over once again. The air is pregnant with the sweet smell of rain. The temperatures are in the gorgeous 20s. Everything is perfect for attacking a set of twisties. And the BE6 has appropriate tools, semi-active dampers. Now what that does is continuously adjust the damping force based on real-time road conditions. So when the road gets poor, you get better ride comfort, and when the road gets nice and winding and you're in the mood for hustling it, it becomes nice and sporty and does justice to the sportiness implied in its styling. The dampers can adjust themselves in 15 milliseconds, providing a dynamic response to the changing road conditions. Then there is rear wheel drive. Now with the steering not having to both put down the power as well as steer the car, it is left nice and uncorrupted. Understeer is kept further at bay. The steering response is good. The agility of the chassis is very nice. This is direct, it's pointy. It feels nice and enthusiastic. Oh wait, did I not mention power? It's got plenty of power. The instant responses, that lets it slingshot from one corner to the other. I've got it in the default mode, but there is everyday, there's even a race mode, and that makes it even more responsive, even quicker, even faster. This thing is proper quick. Not to forget the efficiency of the system. We are getting around 5.5 kilometers per kilowatt hour, which means plenty of range left over as we reach Mahabaleshwar. And now we harvest energy. This gets brake-by-wire, and as we go down to Y from Mahabaleshwar, the regeneration feeds power back into the batteries while I continue to slingshot from one corner to the other. The BE6, it feels properly dialed in. The balance is neutral. The steering is quick and direct and precise. All the weight of the batteries, because it is nice and low, the center of gravity is low, and that adds to the dynamic polish. This thing is far more fun than you would expect. Sure, the ESP cuts in too early for my liking, especially when you're driving enthusiastically, but in the long run, safe is fast. Let's talk about Mahindra for a minute. They are without question India's most enthusiast-focused car maker. No, correct that. Most enthusiast-focused SUV maker. It started with the Thar in 2020. No VD engines, but a proper 2-liter turbo petrol and an even bigger turbo diesel. They followed that up with the XUV700, the first Indian car to crack 200 kilometers per hour. Then came the Scorpio N, the Thar Rocks, even the 3XO. It is the fastest car in its segment and also the best to drive. Mahindra, they do not care so much about kitna deti hai, they care about kitna josh deti hai. They also made a car that looks like a spaceship. We saw one rolling next to a Lamborghini Urus once, and the BE6 was what people were pointing at. 6 months after its launch, it still makes heads turn. The final stretch. This is where most EVs start asking for mercy and drivers start getting range anxiety. But not here. The air conditioning is on, music is playing. I'm driving like I would in any good car. And that's the thing. I'm not thinking about the drivetrain, I'm just driving. 355 kilometers, Tamini, Mahabaleshwar. Why? No pit stops, no compromises, and more fun than we expected. An EV for an enthusiast? Challenge accepted and aced on the Enthusiast loop.